Hi, I'm Stacy. This is ESA Winter 2019, and you are about to watch Gekraxel, a completely new game never shown before, run by two teams, Team ESA and the developers team. So, who's gonna win? Find out now.
All right, then we're ready to start here. I'm James. I'm from Spelkollektivet, a collection of indie developers living together and working together on separate projects. And with me, I have Åke here in my team, who's gonna speedrun with me against Team ESA.
Hey, I'm Vatke, and I'm gonna try to represent Team ESA as best as possible, together with my good friend
Makabake.
Yes, we're gonna do our best in this never seen before level of Gekraxel.
First, you can start by completing the tutorial level. If you're playing from home, you can join us. Make sure that if you have downloaded the game before we put up the latest update, restart the game and you will get this level that's coming up soon as well. There's instructions on the website, on the itch.io page, on how you can implement a user.ini file so that you get your own personalized name if you want to. Press backspace. All right, so none of us has seen this level before, and yeah, I'm gonna press the yellow button and we'll go. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's gonna take a while until they get down for the first time, and then once they've gotten down, they will start optimizing the paths.
The game in general has like a very simple goal to it. It's just get to the bottom without dying, and you get a time on the leaderboards. I believe in every level that at least I've seen so far, there was a key to be picked up. Is that gonna be the case in the future as well?
Yes, so there's a key you have to pick up in order to unlock the ending. So what Åke is doing right now is when you're dead, you can spectate the full level. So now he's trying to plan his way down instead of just going for it.
Can you tell us a bit about the development of the game and how the motivation to make a game like this, where it came from?
So one of the guys in the house started making something for fun, and it was like a slow-paced exploratory game. So very difficult trying to get from the top to the bottom. And he was happy with it. People were playing it, and it was fun. And then he said, like, okay, I'm done. This is over. And I looked at it and said, well, you should continue with this game. This is pretty fun. I think it has a good crowd for it. And he's like, nobody wants a slow game like this. Yeah, but it's not a slow game. It's a fast-paced speedrunning game. And he didn't believe me, but we showed it at a couple of conventions, and people really got caught in it. And so here we are today, trying to show it off. And hopefully people will play it and like it.
I can just speak for myself, but at least as soon as I've tried it, I got hooked pretty much. It got the old easy to learn, hard to master to it, and I guess you're gonna be providing, once it's out, like levels every I don't know how quickly are new levels gonna be coming in, because that's gonna be key, right, to replayability.
Yeah, so we sort of have infinite amount of levels since they were automatically generated. So we're gonna have two ways to play the game. We're gonna have the slow exploratory game, and so what you do is you can play a random map, and you only have one chance. If you die, you can't replay the map. So it's whoever finishes the level for the first time ever in the world explores the level. After that, it's unlocked, and people can speedrun it. And then you can access all the most played levels via the high score list and just see if you can make your mark. Typically a level can be finished within 15 to 25 seconds maybe. Oh, Åke just finished the game for the first time here, or the level. So the current record is 1 minute and 34 seconds. And now on the screen you can see a little ghost running as well. So you can see the best run as well on the screen. And 1 minute and 34 seconds is pretty slow, so I'm sure we're gonna beat that pretty soon. In 45 seconds, it's gonna be my turn to try here. We're gonna switch up.
Those are definitely some of the biggest drops that I've ever seen so far in any of the levels. It's pretty hard to find a wall that's long enough to be able to slow down enough to not die. Because as you've just seen on Team ESA's screen, it doesn't take a huge height to just murder the little blob.
The circle around the player represents how far you can fall before you die. And one of the developers behind this game, when he picked this level, he completed it in less than 40 seconds, so we should be able to do that at least.
Shame on us if we don't.
And we should switch here.
So you can take a leap of fate, or you could try to find a good way.
Yep, that's definitely the way to go. Like, I can say that from my first time playing this game, I was just going through it very, very slowly, but then eventually, you start like routing the level better, and you can really figure out how far you can go, like what big drops you can find that you can also survive from, and then we can get to the bottom as fast as humanly possible. But yeah, a lot of this is just going to be experimenting, just seeing what works and what doesn't.
We're complaining about sticky keys, and there was a setting called sticky keys, so... Sticky situation. We resolved the sticky situation. Absolutely. Any comment?
Best punchline.
Thank you, Nazar.
don't think we've mentioned that before. These, you can see with the walls, a lot of them have like white holes in them, or like dots or lines on them. That means that they cannot be, that you cannot grab the wall there. So say you're falling down like Vatska's doing here, then you cannot, grab that wall to slow yourself down and stop yourself from falling further. You can still wall jump off of it, but you cannot, you cannot use it to hold on to as he's doing here.
In order to slow your descent, you need to find walls that are filled.
You can see, right there, like there's an orange glow pointed down from the player, and if that's visible on a wall under you, then that's a good indicator of that, that you're like on a course to grab onto it, if you hold shift, that is.
Looks like James is sticking to the right side, which is quite far away from the key.
And it looks like Vatska's done trying to go down on the right side from spawn, and is either chasing ghosts or just experimenting with new paths, which seems to be going pretty well.
Oh,
Ooh.
and James found a shortcut. That's nice.
That is a very, very long wall that I had not seen before. That's very nice.
But not much grabbable wall there to slow his descent, so yeah.
Ooh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's a shortcut for James.
And that is the new record, 108.
Oh, nice.
Hey, it's progress. That's what matters.
Yes.
Like 28s, 27s, those don't just come falling from the sky.
And
Like some
here
things.
comes James. Hey, another one.
Ooh, the
Below
first
the
sub
minute.
one?
Yeah.
Ah.
And the ghost should be basically updated live, so James were following the ghost of his opponent as he set the record, and now he can see his own ghost and follow it. So this should be available for all players online. Like, as soon as a level resets, you should have an update of the latest record if it has been set while you were playing. So if anyone is out there and speedrunning, your ghost will be here if you set a record.
Which is understandably difficult with these skills on display right now. We have had quite a bit of time with the game beforehand, but not with this particular level. So we've been able to hone our skills a little bit.
Yeah. Did he set the record today for... I've been playing that level for a few hours, I think. Yeah. And he set the record this day?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
That while some people were out at McDonald's, then Vatska here was still grinding
Okay.
grinding that time down. And I think it was a 27
No,
Point.
26 below.
Was that low? All right,
Yeah,
all right,
26
all right.
something. So he was playing in another level, but yeah.
Yes.
And that's his first time playing the game?
I think Vodka has quite a few hours in this game actually.
Ah, okay. Routing is, of course, an important part of having a good time. But yeah, once you have a good routing, you're probably gonna look for small shortcuts.
And once you've got a good route, then usually come micro optimizations such as jumping before certain drops, just to give yourself just a little bit more speed downwards. And you know, yeah, if you're able to stop yourself before you hit the ground, then that's just shaving more milliseconds off. We should honestly play more games that just don't have music, just to keep the tunes going. I'm a big fan.
The new record from James.
Oh my. What is it?
So we're down to 39 seconds now. What's happening on this side of the stream?
Still working on, yeah.
Have
Working
you
on it.
managed to finish the level yet?
Yeah, oh yes,
Ah,
absolutely.
okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Well, we, of course, but I would probably be better at just asking if our donation reader has anything to say right now. Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. I would like to mention that $1,000 can pay for the construction of a village school, giving the gift of education to children who might otherwise not be able to access it. So guys, thank you so much for all your support so far. It's been great.
No, I'm not Notch. Sorry to disappoint. Someone was requesting a download link in the Twitch stream, so... Yeah, but it disappears, so maybe you could put a download link again. Yeah, chat, yeah.
So for every $20, our friend Nazari here is gonna be dancing some Fortnite dances. So if you guys would like to watch that, you know what to do. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot a little bit here. I know this is an early development build. How long have you been working on it so far, and do you have any idea of like a release timeline?
Hard to say, because it's been like a side project where we've been working on a few hours every now and then. We just recently started to pick up the speed. We're considering doing a 1.0 release in March and then have a bunch of updates for the next 9 months, but having at least a finished, polished product by March. However, we are talking to a publisher, and if they agree to it, we will extend the development and just add a shit ton of really cool features.
Nice. I mean, nice. Like, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, so we're gonna make the first only speed running MMO. So what we're I know this is a shitty idea, which is why I like it, but basically we're gonna make an infinite level like this, where you can speed run, and it's basically you just play for as long as possible, get as far down as possible, as fast as possible, and you have all the other players playing the game on the screen at the same time, and yeah.
Why not? I mean, if you can do it, why not? I love it.
Yes.
Is it okay if I ask something?
Yes.
Okay. About the visuals of the game, is this how it's gonna, like, is this gonna be the finished product?
Yes and no. So we're going for a very minimalistic style because it's not the look of the game that is important. We're trying to focus more on the controls and all of that stuff. So we don't want to have too much things disturbing you while you're trying to play and make a good time. However, we are gonna try to add a bunch of the small details that doesn't affect the gameplay, like doors and all of that stuff. So when you run through the door, it just kicks open. It doesn't actually slow you down or anything like that. But and maybe some birds and stuff that flies away when you run past them. Whatever small details, just to make it more juicy.
And what about color?
You don't like our colors?
Not that I don't like them.
So,
but I'm just wondering if it would, like, more colors would be something that you'd guys
it
consider?
is a way to do it. However, the original designer of the game, his vision of it is basically that you're sort of like you're starting at the top of a destroyed skyscraper in a abandoned city, more or less. So it is abandoned. There's smog coming from the city, so that's why everything is so gray and misty when you come down. But we'll see where it goes. This is why we're putting the game out live for free, so people can give us feedback. We understand that visually this is not super appealing, but for people who actually play the game, they're very happy with it. So we'll just have to do our best to make it look as good as it feels.
Can I give some live feedback?
Sure.
I think some green would look great. Kind of like it's in like an old building and some vegetation can go like on the outskirts of the building.
I would agree. If I would say this to the developer, he would just go look at me and go, no. However, as I said, the point of putting it out there is to get this type of feedback, and if enough people says, hey, maybe this would be cool, then hopefully he would be like, fine. If you donate $500, we will put a flying unicorn in the game. No, we will not, sorry. But you
Wait,
can
what?
donate $500 anyway.
Go, Chad. You know what to do. Take that clip. Cut off the end of it. He said it.
So, for all of you writing in the Twitch chat, I suggest you try the game and see what you have to say about it afterwards. I would really love your feedback.
Yeah, I can only speak for myself and everybody else I've seen try it around ESA Winter. Pretty much everybody loved it, and mostly because of the mechanics and the feel of it, and not the looks. Makes sense. But as he said, feel free to go to Gekraxel.com and try it for free, and then judge it properly. That was a sick drop.
Who will okay make this? Nerves, nerves, nerves. Did it! Bam! New record.
Can I read a donation?
Yes.
Okay, so we have $5 from Mr. Jam Dango saying, "Hey team, my game gets stuck when I try to run it. It says target version is demo ESA. Any tips for trying to break your record? Smiley face."
So, could you say that again?
It just says target version is demo ESA. Any tips for trying to break your record?
Okay, so it looks like it's having problem updating, because when you download it, you download an exe file and it downloads the game and the potential updates and stuff. So worst case, try to delete the data folder that was created and try again. Tips for beating the record is, so one way to gain extra better time is to, instead of run to an edge and then drop, you could jump before the edge. That way you get more momentum when you're falling downwards, because you're basically air walking and walking on the ground as fast, equally as fast. However, if you manage to build up drop speed, you will drop faster. So you just jump out of the ledge instead of running to the ledge. So basically take a leap of faith. In certain drops, it's in smaller drops, it might be that you have to slow yourself in order to get down safely. But in many cases, it's just enough with a quick tap on the grab button and you will slow down enough to be able to fall down. one of the reasons we started with this very simple art style is because we didn't want to get caught up in the art as we were trying to make the game feel good and run good. It's easy to put a lot of time into polishing art and looks and stuff like that, and then you can, to quote Glee, basically have a hair dance, which hairography, which basically means that you don't see how bad the choreography is because they have such a beautiful hair and dance with it. So, so we're trying to keep the game not ugly. We still think it looks okay, but we're trying to keep it simple so that we don't mistake good looks for having a great game.
So I think our team PB, does it still stand at 45? Did you get it better than mine? I'm not entirely sure. I think our team PB stands at about 45, but we're doing pretty well at keeping up with the ghost. It's just that last section that's still trumping us. But even though our current PB maybe doesn't compare too well, for most of the run, we can keep up clearly.
Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to donate with them, with the questions, and I'm sure everyone would be happy to answer them. Mr. Gem Dango managed to work his issue out, so he's thanking you guys.
Nice, good to hear. Good to hear. All right, and that's a new PB for Team ESA, 40.05. So we're closing the gap here.
Oh, that's nice. And Team ESA was ahead, but died.
That is a pretty difficult drop right there because, yeah, that particular point, there's no long walls to catch yourself with, so you have to go at it pretty carefully. And you know what happens when you go careful? You lose speed. So that's always the price you pay if you're not careful. You can die. It's pretty cool though that this randomly generated level, or maybe not entirely random, it's generated that particular drop before there, where it lines up very nicely. Like from a certain point, you just walk off, just keep on holding A, and you drop pretty much perfectly onto that long wall. Can you guys say anything about the random generator that's behind all this?
I don't know anything about it because I haven't been with the development of the game. So I
Alright.
I heard their approach is that they want to basically have enough ways to get down that the levels will always be solvable.
Oh my. Oh, very close. Very, very close.
30 100ths of a second.
Yeah, talk about closing the gap. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to confess that Vatska is quite a bit better at this game than I am. I routed the first level, I believe. I did most of the groundwork for that one, and then got it down. Eventually, got it down to I think 18 seconds and 18.1. But apparently, someone online, someone out there, who is yet to be named, got a 15 seconds. time on
And
that
James
one,
set a
but,
new record.
Oh my. 35, pretty much 35 flat.
Woo!
That's
Feels
quite
good, man.
impressive. Feels good, man. Not. Well, there might be a way to glitch yourself out of the level, but then, yeah, we're definitely talking about glitches. That's not intended, as you can see. Nice high spires that you cannot climb on, with those hooks to stop you from just wall jumping over it. So, who knows? Maybe someone out there can find a way to screw with that a little bit. But I'm sure they'll, if someone does, they'll probably fix that. So that you like jump over the outside bits, but exit. Well,
We've tried.
no, that always is. Yeah, but someone might be able to. That makes sense. Yeah.
So regarding the level generation, the prototype for this game started as an experiment by the developer who's trying to make just automatic generated mazes. So this whole building basically was a big maze, and it was all about just trying to find your way down. And then we started removing walls, and then we saw like, oh, it's really cool to just like do this big jump. So we removed more and more walls, and now we're here today. So this is actually generated as a full maze in the beginning, and then we just try to remove a bunch.
I definitely, I get that vibe from the very first level that we were shown. That, especially, you know, on your first time playing, you just completed the tutorial. It's all pretty straightforward, and then eventually you think like, hey, there's a pretty big gap here. What if I just throw myself down that gap? Maybe I can survive somehow. And that's how you really get into this game. Like, okay, that's how you do it. That's yeah, you can be pretty speedy, but then yeah, you have to find ways to actually stop yourself.
Yeah, we're having a lot of I wouldn't say issues, but there's a big thought process behind the tutorial at the moment, because so both me and the developer. Well, at least I want a difficult game. I want a game that you speedrun. The other developer wants a slow game which you just explore and try to survive, basically. And
Right.
so I'm basically I'm abusing his game idea to make people run as fast as possible, while he just wants them to enjoy the game, take it slow and safe.
Right.
But the tutorial is quite hard, yes, and we were considering maybe we should like introduce things in slower steps. Just have a simpler, smaller levels where you just can jump from here to here, climb this wall, but it feels like you're holding the player's hand, because then when you introduce them to this, they will be shocked. But we have a lot
True,
of players today that can't even finish the tutorial. And sure, it's not the best tutorial with the text and all of that stuff, but yeah, it is difficult, and we're not sure how easy we want to make it either, because then it loses its charm, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I mean, well, yeah, personally, I had a pretty easy time picking it up. That, yeah, you just start walking around a little bit. Hey, I can jump. Hey, I can grab stuff, and then you walk a little bit, and then you fall to your death, and then you're like, okay, that seemed like a really small drop. Why did I die? But then, yeah, as you just spend more time with the game, and you figure out that, like, yeah, you can basically climb these walls in every like direction. So that's definitely one thing you have right there with you in the tutorial. There's like a block that you can just grab onto, and you can go in full circle around it. So you can really figure out very quickly that yeah, you can climb in lots of different ways. And that's, yeah, how you quickly figure out like what all the movement is all about.
I saw some comment about it should be fighting game. So when I had the meeting with the publisher, and usually when you meet a publisher, you want to sell a concept like a game that can continue and make a second version of the game, etc. So I pitched a sequel to the game, which will feature a lot like the core mechanics of this game. But then I said, like, I want Diablo on top of this. I want swords, I want monsters, and I want all of that stuff baked into this. So not only will you have to traverse safely in these type of levels, you also have to fight monsters and stuff. I don't know how viable it is. However, I do enjoy making up bad ideas and then rolling with it, and usually it turns out well in the end.
Makes sense, yeah.
Well, they told me it was a really weird and shitty idea when I started Spelkollektivet as well. Still did that, and it's super well today. For those who don't know what it is, Spelkollektivet is a co-living and co-working space. It's the world's largest co-living and co-working space for game developers. So somewhere in the woods here in Sweden, there's a full house, 2,400 square meters large, filled with game developers from all over the world. The average age is about like 28, and there we have a bunch of people making awesome, cool games. We have people who's worked on everything from World of Warcraft, Skyrim, Battlefield, Battlefront, Ori and the Blind Forest. So really cool people that has a lot of experience in the game development scene and that are now starting their own companies and trying to make it in the world. And so what we provide them basically with like a hotel situation and an office, and we get them food, breakfast, lunch, evening meals, everything, so they can just focus on their work.
Sounds really cool. I mean, is there kind of like a market like that, or are you a very unique
Well,
company?
it doesn't exist anywhere. So, and I can understand now after doing it, I can understand it because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of crazy stuff you have to figure out, especially if you're not been in the building industry before. So there's a lot of fire hazards. You have to have a restaurant standard. You need a lot of crazy shit you don't know about when you just go like, hey, we should have a big house with people in it. So yeah, that's one of my crazy ideas that worked out well. People are super happy. And we've had people there living for soon 2 years straight in our house that's come from many different countries. So Åke is one of those people who has lived with us for a while now. And people seem to enjoy it. And yeah.
All right. Well, we've only got about 2 minutes left, so I hope that Vaske can that he can just snipe that can snipe out a new PB right at the end. But it's a challenge. You are very good at this game.
Thank you.
Can you give an estimate of how many hours you've spent playing this game in either its current form or at least in a comparable form?
To be honest, I probably played it less than Åke at least. Åke has a lot of hours into it. My The bad part about me is I don't feel I don't have time. So I don't have that much time to spend. So I'm pretty good if it's a limited amount of time people have. However, if we would have a full 24 hours on us to do it, I would probably play for 1 or 2 hours, and then I feel like I have to work, and then everybody else would beat me in the end. So in a shorter time, I'm pretty good. But shaving off those final milliseconds is not my thing.
I understand, yeah. Definitely, you know, in the whole speedrunning scene, a lot of the world records are set by people who just grind out balls to the wall, keep on going and going and going and going and going.
Yes, like Fatske did here when he shaved off 0.02 seconds of my high score, which is kind of a shitty move.
Well, hey, it's about who makes it to the bottom the fastest, and Vodka was the fastest. So,
Yep.
everything around that all falls apart. The only thing that matters is who actually did it.
Well, some people have more experience in reaching the bottom.
Ooh.
I don't think this will be the next Mario Maker, because Mario Maker has, a lot of publicity, and it's like one of the biggest brands within gaming. However, we will feature a level maker, so that you can make your own levels in the future with the various traps and weapons and whatever stuff you want. So yes, you would be able to make something like Mario. However, it's still a very difficult game, so it will probably not feel as simple as Mario do. Not in a bad term, I just mean like Mario is a very forgiving game to play. So you can make a lot of crazy levels in that because of how the controls are forgiving. But yeah, we'll see.
Guys, we're going over estimate.
All
Oh,
right.
shit.
I think we should cut it off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm sad to announce that. Well, I'm sorry. First of all, you please pronounce that, because I.
The game name?
No, the your company name.
Oh yeah, Spelkollektivet.
There you go. They definitely beat us. I mean, thanks to Vatske here, the difference was nominal. Was very, very small, but we put up a good fight, I think.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by your gaming here in general in the game. We came into this hall yesterday night, and the first thing we heard were people talking about an auto updater and stuff like that. And we're like, sounds like Gekraxel, and we went back here. We're like, yeah, they're playing Gekraxel, and we're like, wow.
Also, the funny thing that that happened to us, that the PC standing right there, that you can see the download page for Gekraxel. That was once the dedicated scheduling PC for ESA, but it is now the dedicated Gekraxel PC. So that's just the thing that happens. So I mean, yeah, it's a very enjoyable game. Otherwise, that PC wouldn't have literally been hijacked by your game.
Well, thank you so much for having us here and letting us showcase the game. Thank you so much for the feedback we've gotten so far, and please feel free to post the feedback on our itch.io page so that we can read it afterwards as well. It's gonna be hard to scroll through the chat here. And yeah, sorry to you who did not enjoy the visuals here, but yeah, thank you anyway.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ESA 2019, actually ESA Winter. I'm Charisse, your host for now. I guess I'm not actually supposed to be hosting, but you're going to be stuck with me, so yeah. Anyways, you just watched Gekraxel showcase on PC, Spelkollektivet versus Team ESA. I hope I didn't butcher the name. And up next, you're going to be watching Omen Sight Any Percent on PC by ATN. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. How's chat doing? How are you guys at home? You know, let me know how you've been enjoying ESA so far. I actually kind of want to see what you're going to be saying. And we do have some bid wars for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. We have bid wars for Pokemon nicknames and also character names. So far, who's winning for... Actually, it's a tie. No one's winning. It's a tie. So we have, for Pokemon nicknames, we have Knuckles and Punchy. So if anyone wants to, you know... yeah. Okay, let me try not to make this too awkward. For character names, we have Terry Crews with $60 and My Wife Left Me with $35. We also have Ayaya with $20. So if anyone wants to take any of these, you know, donating would be awesome and it goes towards a great cause. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I kind of want to try the game, Gekraxel, that you just watched. So yeah. How's everyone doing in the venue? Make some noise. Hey, okay, good. Everyone's having fun, as you can tell. Fun times at 6 a.m. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were giving me a thumbs up. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, okay. I mean, I can talk to you guys in chat. If you talk to me, I'll talk to you. Unless you want to look at the room camera. That's also fine. So just, yeah. Or does anyone want to join me here and have a conversation? You can sit on my lap. No, I'm joking. We'll just get you a chair. We'll get you a chair. Hi.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Do you want to sit?
No.
You sure?
Fine.
Okay. I'm a lady. Okay, I would say I'm a gentleman, but I'm not. But I'm a lady. So, how have you been enjoying ESA so far? Okay, this is weird. I don't like sitting here and looking at you like this.
But I can't do this either.
How about
then I'm like out of shot. I gotta
yeah,
do something.
you're not small like I am. Can we get a chair, please?
Oh, how nice. How nice.
Thanks.
You're
the champion of the light. Thank you.
What's up, chat?
Hi. So, how are you enjoying ESA so far?
A lot. Yeah, I've had an absolute blast. How about you?
It's always amazing.
I agree. Yeah. No, this is my my second ESA and
second ESA. Which one did you go for before? Was it
summer? Like
summer?
the last one. Yeah. I'm planning to keep the streak going.
I really enjoyed summer and also winter last year. I thought it was really, really comfy.
Was it pretty much the same as this, or was it different?
It was different. It was like it's definitely smaller.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, smaller.
All the hand signals over here.
Yeah, it was smaller, and overall you just got to... You okay?
I was just laughing at chat.
Wow. Chat, why are you being so funny? He's
I was-
totally distracting him, and I'm trying to have a conversation. What is this?
Here, Wagnus is asking me, how does it
Bam.
feel to not have a, or how does it feel to have a non-bully announcer? Now, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. To not sit here with either English Ben or Riley, because I'm pretty sure they're both asleep. I hope they're both asleep.
Sorry, I feel like I'm having some sort of PTSD here. Too much
Oh
bullying
my,
over the last couple of days. What's your favorite? You already answered what your favorite Pokemon is. See, I have good memory.
Which one was it?
Ooh. Okay.
Do you have good memory?
No, I did remember that I asked you that.
It was Rayquaza. The big old legendary green
Damn.
dragon snake thing.
Putting me on the spot.
I think you put yourself on the spot, honestly.
Well, okay. You're right. Okay, you're right. Anyways, guys, we are ready, and you're going to be watching Omen Sight Any% on PC by ATN. So I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, bye.